Welcome back to Memories of the Game. Our next guest is another outspoken individual who has made his presence felt in New York. Jets head coach Rex Ryan invited Steiner Sports CEO Brandon Steiner out to the Jets practice facility to sit down and discuss Jets football and growing up in a football family.
Got to start off with, you're a coach's son. And I've read somewhere that at 6 or 7 years old, you decided you want to be a coach. True?
It is true. Maybe not at 6, but I knew at an early age. And I also think this, that every day I would see my dad go to work, he was ready to go to work. He looked forward to going to work. And just like many father-son, businesses, that was, the business of football was what I grew up around. And that's really all I knew.
Well, let's talk about Buddy for 1 second. What's the most important message you think he passed on to you? And did he take you to work?
Well, yeah, I went there. I was a ball boy for years, really all the Chicago years when I was in high school and things like that with the Bears. And, but as far as going in, he actually, tried to get me and my twin brother to not go into coaching.
Really?
And we had some business opportunities out of college, but it was like, there's no way. I said, I don't care about all that. I want to go into coaching. I coached 8 or 9 years of small college football. Then got a big break, got to coach with him for 2 years, and then kind of made my own path, after that. But it was, it was fantastic to see that and just growing up around it. And, it was, to me, it's normal. But to everybody else, it's like, wow, that had to be an amazing way to grow up, growing up around Walter Payton and Alan Page and all these great players. But I don't know any different. It just seemed like a normal thing to do. But the passion, I always had that passion for football, and I always knew that I wanted to be a coach. And, I wasn't a great player, I was a good player and all that kind of stuff. I knew I couldn't play, professionally, but it never stopped me from coaching professionally.
What was your idols growing up? Who were the players that you looked up to and wanted to be like and respected?
Well, I never necessarily wanted to be like him, but certainly respect him. Was Walter Payton was the #1
Sweetness.
guy. Oh yeah, and named my first son, Peyton after Walter. He was an amazing person, and as about as humble a guy as you'll ever see, and as great a player, and just played with such passion and all that kind of stuff. And I always tell the players this story that, he's a legendary worker. Like, he outworked everybody that he ever faced. And
the famous shots of him going up the hill with that workout.
And some people tried to do it, and then they'd last like a day, and that was it. But he was amazing that way. And they said when it was all over, if he could change one thing, what he would do in his career, he said he would have worked harder, which I think is just amazing. It tells you about the kind of person he is, was, the kind of drive he had.
He never stopped.
No,
he just
never
wouldn't
did.
stop. Who's in your sports room now? If I walked into your home, and who are the guys that and do you
Well,
collect?
baseball, yeah, I collect big time. I have a great autograph collection. Was autographed baseballs, autographed baseball bats. I'm more into I'm not into the autographs for football. I'm into baseball. So I have a bunch of bats: Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, all those kind of guys. In autographed baseball, Satchel Paige. I have, Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio, Reggie Jackson. I got a ton of autographed baseballs.
So
and I bought them from you guys, by the way.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the business.
That's the truth.
I appreciate that. But you mentioned baseball, like Little League, and now you've mentioned it. Would you have liked to have maybe been a baseball player, or was that your favorite sport?
Well, I love playing baseball. There's no doubt. I think I was a better baseball player than I was a football player. I actually played baseball, organized baseball, up until I took this job. So in Baltimore, they had kind of what we said, old timers, baseball, over 40, even though they'd have some younger guys also in there. But I played for 3 years doing that still. So I loved it. Well, I was a catcher all through high school. And then as I got older, I just played first base. So it's a little easier on the knees.
Oh, no doubt. Well, I can appreciate that. What's keeping you up at night? Is there anything,
No, the beauty of it is nothing. If anything keeps me up at night, it's the excitement that I have of the upcoming games. And all that kind of stuff. Like I truly believe in this football team, and I think great things are going to happen with the New York Jets, and today, the near future, and further than that. I mean, I just think we have everything in place to have a huge run, a long, successful run here.